sick of, especially if you watch like sports TV. Like I hate it when they're like, you know what? We were just talking in the back room about this guy. He's doing this, he's doing that, and I think that's the edgy pick.
Well,
no,
absolutely, Justin. I agree with that 100%.
Except for the fact you don't know who this guy is. Somebody who fucking sits in the back room in a sweatbox cubicle fucking researched this shit, wrote it down, and said, "Say you know this guy who went to Middle Tennessee in 1984 when nobody knew that was a school." Ooh.
Littlefinger. Littlefinger is another controversial character.
He might be a little finger, but he's a big pain in the ass.
Wow, what an intro. I love those terrible one-liners, but he's a big pain in the ass. My favorite one is Winter's Bone. I felt like I got the cold bone on that one. Littlefinger is controversial. Most people, I would say, probably don't like Littlefinger.
You know, I can't help but like him. God, is he an asshole.
I like him too.
But he's in every way as cerebral as Tyrion, if not maybe more.
He's smarter than Tyrion.
I wouldn't say that. I would say
he's better schemer.
I would say that they're both equally intelligent. Maybe Tyrion has the advantage in intellect.
Yeah.
But Littlefinger has the drive in a direction in which he's traveling, where Tyrion to this point has still been kind of like, he's had moments where he's had short-term goals, but he's never had a goal that he's focused and drove for.
Littlefinger has the politics that most of these other characters don't have. He is the smartest political character.
You can't say he has the politics.
Oh, he has
You
the
have
politics.
to say he is the politics, because everything that has occurred in this show on a major level, whether he talked to someone directly or not, is all by his design.
Pretty much. He orchestrated Joffrey getting killed.
He orchestrated
Ned Stark getting killed,
and
basically.
the hand previous, whose name escapes me.
Jon Arryn.
Yes, he is the whole reason every single piece is falling.
My favorite quote from the entire show is when he says, "Chaos is not a pit, it's a ladder." And that's basically what he does. He takes the establishment, he creates chaos, he kills key figures, always indirectly, so no one can pin it on him, and then he uses that to advance his position. And if you look at all the advancements of characters in the show, no one has actually made any goddamn progress except for Littlefinger. Like, think about everybody else.
He is now the ward of his own kingdom.
He basically walked right in, what is it called, River Run or something?
Yeah. No.
Vale.
Oh,
yes, the Vale.
He basically walked right into the Vale and schemed his way into controlling the Vale, and now he, just at the end of last season, just began a plot to take over the North. So if you think about that, if he has the North, which is the largest mass of land, and then the Vale, which has a very high caliber of elite knights, he is arguably more powerful than the capital.
And not
King's
only
Landing.
that, but if he has the Vale and the North, he has not only the widest range of territory, but he has the two kingdoms that are most easily defended. Because
absolutely.
the Vale is all high terrain and mountains, and the North is controlled by, as we've heard about, the Neck, where it's been said that place whose name I can't remember.
The Phrase. Yeah.
No. Before the Phrase, there's a spot in the North, and I can't remember what that little fort was called, but he's like 100 archers could hold this from 100,000 soldiers.
And even to add to that, it also has that Siberian effect to it, where you have to trek through horrific winters, and we all know, how that works, trying to bring a huge army into the Arctic.
Yeah, if somebody someone in particular was alive, maybe Napoleon could tell us a little bit about that. Research that little fun fact from history. That's real history this time.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, he doesn't have many tactics because we haven't seen him with an army yet. He can't fight, but one thing he can do is scheme and play people like pawns.
I question whether or not he can fight. I mean, I know he's not a great fighter, and he challenged Ned's older brother and got cut up pretty bad.
Absolutely.
But I mean, he is from a minor nobility family, so
but
he does have something up his sleeve.
He's never going to be seen as a Ned, a Robb, a Jaime. He's never going to be seen as a capable person like that.
He won't, but if he can at least be average at best, that's the kind of image that you can show to your men and create a passion and a following.
And to be honest, to go back to an earlier point, every other character, Daenerys, but we're talking about the end of season 5. This is when we're making this, so I don't know what's going to happen in season 6. But Daenerys is in a much worse place. Most people are dead. You know, Marjorie Tyrell is in prison. Cersei has just been publicly humiliated. Every major character, with the exception of Ramsay Bolton, is in a worse place than they were at the start of the show. Jaime Lannister has no hand. He's no longer, really that powerful. He just lost his daughter. Littlefinger is one of the only people who has done nothing but succeed the entire show.
My only question, and this will prove whether or not he's stupid down the road, is if there's ever been one person who kind of has a vague idea of what he's doing, is Varys.
Yeah, Varys is also probably one of the smartest people in the show.
He is, and the thing is in the political arena of King's Landing prior to shit hitting the fan, he was the yin to Littlefinger's yang in the sense of the starch opposition. And I wonder what Varys might have up his own sleeve.
Yeah, and I think Varys is probably his biggest threat. But Varys pretty much showed a lot of his hand when he risked his life to save Tyrion,
but
and now he's no longer in position.
Did he? Because that is a man who never reveals much.
That's
and for
true.
him to reveal anything only makes me believe that there is a possibility that he has a much bigger hand to play.
Yeah, so, and the only other person in addition to Varys that could stop Littlefinger is Sansa, because Sansa knows quite a lot about what he's doing.
The perennial victim
But
do
the
something of
professional-
any kind of consequence that's positive.
The professional witness probably won't come to fruition in stopping him.
Yeah, she will do something. She will live long enough to tell the monks what to write in the books, so that way history is properly told.
So ultimately, I would consider Littlefinger to be not dumb, very smart. What do you think?
Oh, he's a cerebral son of a bitch. I gotta find out what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, so we'll give him a pass. Is a really good character, and she is incompetent. Is basically the one word to sum her up. Incompetence.
She is like the most good-intentioned individual, but she is like stabbing into the dark blindly, just thinking, I shall do good! I shall do good!
That is basically
Though I
what she's
don't
doing.
have the ability to